Hi, everybody at Revolution at Home. I'm Olivia and I'm going to be your coach today. So, today we're going to be doing something a little bit different than usual. We are going to be focusing on upper body and fine motor control. So, this is really important and sometimes it gets overlooked for those gross, big motor skills. So, I really wanted to focus on that today. It's going to be a lot of mobility and strengthening of the upper body. So, we're looking at hand, wrist, elbow, shoulder, a little bit of neck and upper back. But we're going to be really focusing on those fine motor skills after we get warmed up a little bit. So, this is really important just for day to day life. Things like opening a jar or holding a pen and writing. Those are all going to be important things to have fine motor control over. So, let's get started. You won't need anything for today's workout. Optional is two um, dumbbells, but very lightweight if you do choose to use those. So let's get started with a warm up. We are going to be going one arm up at a time. So your palm is going to be facing forward and your down hand. So in my case, my left hand is going to be down, my right hand is up. So my left hand is facing back and my right hand is facing forward, and we are going to only the limits that our body allows, so we shouldn't have any pain here. From a lateral view, um, we should have a straight back. We don't want to be overarching. We want to be straight. So we're going to be here, and we're going to switch and rotate to the other arm. So if your right arm was up first, your right arm is going to be down now. So again, we're here, and we are going to switch here. If you need a good cue to focus on that back and make sure it's straight and not arched, you can stand against a wall. It would be a good cue for you. You don't need to go any further than that wall. All right, let's go 5 times on each side. Your feet should be shoulder width apart. We don't want to be all the way out here, and we don't want to be stuck together. So let's go shoulder width apart. And 1. Really open that chest. 2, 3, 4. We're going 5 on each side, so 10 total. 6, 7, 8. Press those hands away. 9, 10. Good job, guys. Okay, now keeping those feet shoulder width apart, we're going to interlace those fingers and push away from you. So your thumbs should be down. Hopefully you can see that here. Thumbs are down, and we are pushing away from our chest. So you should be feeling a good stretch here in your wrist and in your fingers, and maybe even in your elbows and shoulders as well. So those thumbs are facing down, and we're gonna do this for 10 seconds. And if you want, you can even reach up. That's gonna be the next movement. So if this is too easy or not feeling good enough stretch, go ahead and already move that up. Again, stay in the range of motion that's comfortable for you. We don't want any pain. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Good. Now, if you want to move up, you can for another 5 count. 3, 4, 5. Good. Now we're going to get some core stretching going on. So we are going to reach with our right hand up and across, and with our left hand, so whatever hand is down, just slide it down that leg, reaching over to the opposite side. Really get those fingers out. So that's what we're going to be doing, and then we're going to rotate to the other side. So again, this down hand is just going right down the leg. We don't want it out here. We don't want it out here. We want it right by your side, stretching, going over. So again, here, straight down. Let's do 5 each side, guys. 1. Good. Feel that stretch right here. We want to elongate this whole thing. Only go as far as you can. Listen to your body. Good. Really feel that stretch. We're opening up, getting ready for movement. Let's take it 1 more each side. Good, guys. Keep it up. Awesome. Okay, we are going to be getting down on the mat. So let's safely get down on the mat, and we are going to be on all fours. So knees should be under hips and wrists should be under shoulders. We're going to be doing a little bit of weight bearing through those wrists and through those shoulders. So we're going to do a little bit of yoga here, and we're going to be going between cat and cow poses. So first, we are going to pull the belly button up to the ceiling, arching that back, really getting full spinal flexion. And then we're going to be moving into the cow pose, pulling that belly button towards the ground. And then we're going to rotate between the two. So again, cat, and then we're going back into cow. So let's go into those 3 each, starting with cat. 1. Good. 2. Remember, hips are over the knees and the shoulders are over the wrists. And this is 3, guys. Good. Now from this position, since we're on the mat, we are going to go onto our bottoms and flip over. Leaning back into our shoulders, we should be feeling a stretch. You can keep those knees bent, feet flat on the ground, and feel that stretch of that shoulder extension backwards. You might also get some stretch in the wrists as well. That's what we want. Good. Now here's kind of where that fine motor comes into play. Try and lift each finger from the ground one at a time, placing back down before lifting the other, starting with a thumb and moving to the pinky on each hand, if you can. If you need to move up into a less extended position, that works too. So we're starting with a thumb, and then we're moving to the index finger, middle finger, ring finger, pinky, and then we're going back. Pinky, ring finger, middle finger, index, and thumb. And we're going to repeat this 3 times. Good, guys. Really lifting it up to the sky as high as you can. Good. Remember, these finger and wrist strength is really good for fine motor skills like opening a jar, grip strength in general, writing. So you're holding a pen or a pencil, writing a sentence, or signing your name on a document. One more time through. And then we are going to get into some more standing. Good. Let's get back up on our feet, guys. So here is where we are going to pick up those dumbbells if you have them. If not, don't worry about it. You can use just the weight of your arms. So we are going to do what's called I's, Y's, and T's, as I like to call them. So I's, you are going straight out and forward. Notice how I don't cross my shoulder plane. So it's a straight line. Feet are shoulder width apart. So this is I. We're going to move to Y, which is at a 45-degree angle. So we have a little bit of scaption going on here. And then our third motion is T's. So again, straight line, not breaking that plane. So we're going to move between the three of these. Again, it's really great for grip strength, and the wrist and the fingers and the elbow and the shoulder are all a part of that upper body kinetic chain. So by strengthening one, you're strengthening a lot of movements that incorporate them all. So let's go between I's, Y's, and T's. Good. Again, if these dumbbells are too much or you find yourself fatiguing with them quickly, go ahead and drop them and just continue without them. Let's go for 10. Nice and slow, guys. Good. Make sure you're breathing with it as well. You're not holding your breath. Good. We want those straight arms, really strengthening that shoulder and that elbow. Good. Again, notice how my T, I'm straight across. Good work, guys. Keep it up. I know we'll take a quick little water sip after this. We're working. Good job. Give me 2 more. One more. Let's go. Good job. Okay, break if you need one here. We're only going to need one dumbbell now as we move forward for this next exercise. So I'll show it to you while you're grabbing that quick sip of water. So another thing about these fine motor skills is the supination and the pronation of that wrist and forearm. So this is really important in things like turning a key in the ignition of your car, opening a door handle, a jar. So things like that, this motion is really, really important and it's often neglected. So with that dumbbell out in front, we're moving to supination. So we remember supination, like you're holding a bowl of soup. And then pronation. Our palm is facing down. So those are the two movements that we're going to be moving between in this portion. Again, if weight is too much, go ahead and drop it. We're then going to be switching and using the other arm out in front, supination to pronation. Okay, so these are the two movements. Let's go 3 on each and then switch. 2, 3. Let's switch to the other hand. 1, 2, 3, and we're going to repeat that one more time. 1, 2, 3. Great job, guys. One more time on this side. 1, 2, only do what's comfortable. 3, good job. Okay, we're gonna stretch out those wrists a little bit here because again, we need some mobility in the wrists for things like pushing and weight bearing down. We need stability and mobility for those things. So we pause. Okay, so we are going to be going into a single wrist extension. So we are pulling from that palm and your fingers and wrist are coming back towards your chest, using that other hand to pull it back. You should feel a stretch. Good. Again, don't want any pain or discomfort, so only go as you feel your body can go. We're going to hold, and we are going to flip the wrist down into flexion. Again, the other hand supporting, giving it a little extra range of motion, push, and your palm is facing your chest. Flip between those two for about 10 seconds. And then we're gonna switch to the other hand. Good, guys. Again, this is all up the chain. So something that's mobility and stability in your wrist and in your fingers is gonna affect you all the way up through your shoulder, neck, upper back. So let's switch to the other hand now. Again, you're not just pulling from this top and your fingers, that's gonna stretch out a different joint. We want all the way from the wrist. So pulling closer to your palm, backwards. Good job, guys. And same thing, we're gonna flip that hand down, pull towards your chest. Good. Feel that nice stretch in the wrist. Good job, guys. Let's go back up. And back down. Nice work. So continuing with that wrist mobility, we're going to go into a prayer stretch. So all fingers should be touching flat against your chest are your arms. Pushing into each other. Apply a little bit of pressure. From here, we're gonna reverse that motion downward, trying to keep as many points of contact between your fingers and wrist as you had up here. So you're just spinning those wrists down. Good. Again, we want as many points of contact. That's how we're gonna stretch it. Good, one more time. We're here. And we're coming back down here. Good work, guys. Really getting that flexibility in the wrists. Again, these stretches are gonna be great for those daily activities and fine motor. All right, let's start to do some of those bigger movements again that will help in the long run with those fine motor skills. So we're gonna push up and out to the side, pushing away from your body. Again, those feet are shoulder width apart. We don't want them out here, and we don't want them touching next to each other, thighs together. We want shoulder width apart. It's a good steady position to be in for these. So push up and push out. Good. So again, these wrist mobility stretches we just did, those are gonna be perfect here as well, because as you can see, this is the same motion, but in a different shoulder position. Good. So going back up and out. Really stay tall in your posture, but again, we don't want arching. We just want to squeeze those scapula together in the back. And good. And out. All right, this next one we're going to do, we're going to start in this position and come to a bear hug, slight pressure, and back out. Good. Bear hug and back out. Good job, guys. Bear hug, back out. And we are going to end the way we started. One hand up, palm facing forward. The down hand, palm is facing away. And switch. Good. Again, I know I've mentioned this a couple times, but we want a straight back. We do not want to overarch. Good. Good. Let's do 2 more on each side. One. Last one with the left raised. And last one with the right raised. Good work today, guys. You did awesome. Again, I know this is a little bit different, but we did want to harness down on those fine motor skills today, just because it is often neglected for those big, gross motor skills. And we want to recognize that both are important in daily activities and function. So I hope you had a great Saturday morning. See you next week. And there's more info about us on the YouTube channel. Thanks.